Hello, Jenny, and welcome
Hi, Aurora.
to be here. I'm so happy to have you here and that you accepted to this interview. Jenny studied with me from Charlie Morley on how to teach lucid dreaming, and I asked her to share her experience because she is an expert lucid dreamer, and so you will have a different point of view on how lucid dream impact different lives. Jenny, I will ask you, where are you from and what's your professional background?
Hi, Aurora. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me here with you. I'm really excited to be here with you and reconnect after our time in London training together. I'm excited for all of your work going forwards. I know that everyone that meets you and will work with you is in really good hands and they're in for a ride. Where am I now? Where am I from? They're two different things. So I was born in the south of England.
Mm.
I spent time growing up there, and then I moved to London where I had a career. I trained as a child and adolescent psychotherapist, and I've worked with children and families for many years in central London in different environments.
Wow.
And then in 2021, I had a big shift in my life,
Mhm.
which brought me down into a big transition, life-changing. And I now live in Scotland, in an island on Scotland at the moment, currently looking out at the sea.
Wow, it's a big journey.
We all have them, right?
Yes. How did you discover lucid dreaming?
This is a story. How long do we have?
Oh,
I'll keep it short. I'll keep it brief. In
okay.
2021, I had a near-death experience. And from that, I experienced an awakening of healing through dreaming. And that's what took me into lucid dreaming and being curious about it and wanting to learn more. It's a natural path that sort of unfurled for me. And I've been able to bring that conscious dreaming in with my psychotherapy work. Lucid dreaming it's full of so many wonderful possibilities. I know we only have half an hour today. I'll let you ask your next question, which might bring a little something to clarify.
Oh, really, I had other many questions after your answer.
Tell me what else could I kind of go into that might be helpful
Yes,
for,
because
for this?
it's not clear for me how did you learn lucid dreaming, or it was natural?
Oh,
You had this experience and you get lucid
yeah.
spontaneously?
Let me go into a bit more detail.
Okay.
My near-death experience meant that my life was saved by going into a life-saving coma. Very, very deep sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Very deep sleep. I am extremely blessed. I experienced acute liver failure in 2021, and I am very blessed to have received the gift of life of a liver transplant. Throughout that time, I was put into a coma. I didn't know I was unwell to the point of near death. I
Oh.
didn't know that I had received a liver transplant. So I didn't know I was in a coma. These were not conscious experiences. And this is how I got into lucid dreaming, because my body unconsciously knew something that my conscious mind did not know. My body had been through physical trauma and at the same time a life-saving experience. But my conscious mind was not aware of any of this because I'd been put into a coma to save my life. The conscious mind and the unconscious mind had two very different experiences in this. The point I was brought out of my coma was the point I started to experience incredible dreams.
Oh.
What these dreams were offering me is an understanding of my experience, my unconscious experience. And they were like gifts to the conscious mind coming up through dreams. There was a period of coming out of coma very intensely of about 2 days of constant dream experience of going back and forth between wake, sleep, dream. And this period of time was a period where I was able to start integrating an understanding of what had happened, because the content of the dream was offering me understanding. And those dreams were very vivid and very rich, very sensory. I experienced coming back into the world like a newborn baby. The senses were alive.
Wow.
Everything. Sounds, tastes, colors, everything. From the dream to the wake. And I went in between this wake, sleep, dream, like the twilight zone that we talk about in lucid dreaming, this kind of between state. And similarly, I was going through an experience of integration between unconscious and conscious mind that started the road to my healing. I took that road further when I realized the power of dreams, and I wanted to explore what is conscious dreaming. What is that? And of course, it's the toolbox we know as lucid dreaming.
Yes.
Right? Conscious dreaming. And I have used conscious dreaming, lucid dreaming since then for so many areas of my life.
Amazing.
Because whether it be continuing my journey of healing, my body, my physical body, I went from being a fit 30-something-year-old woman cycling 20 miles a day around London to being unable to stand, walk, talk, breathe by myself in the space of a week.
Wow.
To be using integration of dream. I have used this experience for healing body, emotional journey of that as well. What is that to have those losses and realize the blessing and gift of life? I've had my spiritual connection is much greater now, and I have experienced through dreams a spiritual awakening also. Then there's the idea of manifesting dreams of reality. What is possible here? I've used lucid dreaming to enable myself to get back on my bicycle, compete at the World Transplant Games, manifest what may have felt impossible to become possible, because we know what you can experience in a dream. If you make it lucid, you're taking empowered action. And we know that there's no difference between the waking world and experiencing something, an action in reality, to doing it in your dreams, in a lucid dream. In a lucid dream, the brain doesn't differentiate between those two things. When we are lucid in our dreams, we take empowered action, and the brain can experience that. It's a brand new experience in the waking world. We know that, for me, I hope that gives a bit more of an idea of what lucid dreaming is for me, how I got into it, and how I use it and continue to. And now it's like, well, this is such a gift. This needs to be shared with the world. It's just incredible. And it's something that we all have within us. From children lucid dream. We forget how to dream consciously. We need to wake up our sleeping mind. And when we do, whatever can be experienced in a dream might be manifested into the waking world. Wow. Let's look at that.
Wow. I really love your story. It's powerful. At the beginning, I was at the point of crying, I think, because it's a big experience. I'm really curious about it.
And you know what, Aurora? I'm not the only person in the world that experiences deep pain and trauma. Everybody has their suffering in different ways. and to know that we can discover our own potential by connecting with our dreams to support ourselves and, guess what, community. Many different cultures use dreams in ways that the Western world has forgotten. And there's something in that about a collective social phenomena that more people need to know about this.
I love the way you say it, because it's like you have a light in your eyes when you say that.
A light of clarity. What next?
Yes, I'm wondering because probably you answered different questions in one. Yes, but well.
I'm sitting here going, Aurora, I want to know more about these questions for you.
Oh no, sorry. What was the thing that you liked the most and made you want delve deeper into the topic?
For me, it has opened doorways beyond. I think sometimes it's very easy to get stuck in this box of mind and world and personal experience navigating that. And there was something about dreaming. It's a collective experience. We all do it. Everybody dreams. We know that. We might have some viewers sitting here going, I don't dream. Yes, you do. You've just forgotten. You dream every night. We've got the science. And this is very exciting for me because it has opened up within me my view of personal experience of maybe being stuck in the body, stuck in the mind. Sometimes when we feel limited, because lucid dreaming offers us something which breaks down that barrier of limited belief. When we are conscious in our dreams, we're able to experience everything that our dream creates. And that is phenomenal, because let's think about it. What is a dream? It's the mind working at an incredible pace with incredible intelligence to form a world, a reality, where, by the way, we could have an elephant with a circus hat, tap dancing whilst singing with Madonna, and that would be okay in the dream because we would accept it, because anything can happen in a dream. Likewise, those that have experienced the joy of flying in dreams, gravity is not a barrier. The barriers cease, they drop in dreams. It's like we are in a theatre where we can fly in somebody across the stage. We can open a trap door and go through the floor. We can walk through walls. This tangible, concrete existence that we have in our waking world is no limitation in the dream world. By experiencing that, when you're consciously aware in your dreams that that's something that you can overcome, is this physical reality, then wow, this expands the mind, and it pushes past that stuckness, that limitation that sometimes we can feel in our bodies and our minds in our waking world. And it offers us something very creative, and it offers us an experience that anything is possible.
Yes.
And when you have that and you practice that, that's the stuff that dreams are made of. And bring it from your sleeping world into your waking world. Now, where's the limit? Move out of the door, get rid of the stuckness, because we're moving beyond fear, self-limiting fear. I can give a little example if it's helpful.
About the I don't know how to say how to be free from being stuck.
Exactly.
Example. Yes. Do you want to link that to
Uh-huh.
one lucid dream that was particularly important for you?
For sure. Let's do that. Because I have a few. I could share something about spiritual awakening, cutting through fear and overcoming trauma, and also manifesting dreams into reality. Well, let me share the one I have about manifesting dreams into reality because it also shares cutting through fear.
Great.
And it links to what I was talking about earlier with my story.
Mhm.
We're creating the links. When I recovered enough from my transplant to get back on my bicycle, I set the goal of training for the transplant games,
Wow.
which it's an international sporting event. And the aim was to just get on the bike, do the best I could do, and honor my donor. That's what it is every day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The night before the competition, the day before the competition, I went up to have a look at the cycling track, but there was a part I couldn't see. When you're visualizing the race, there was a part I couldn't quite get to. I went to sleep that night. Before I went to sleep, I set an intention to become lucid
Mhm.
in a dream and that I would rehearse the track on my bike and
Okay.
experience the track because I'd seen the map of the track, but to experience it, to know the bumps in the road, to feel the direction of the wind, to
Mhm.
know the challenge, to know the possibility to visualize. But to experience it through the dream is like experiencing it in the waking world, a lucid dream, right? That night I became lucid.
Oh.
And as I was cycling around the track, I realized that there was that point that I hadn't seen, and I took off and I flew up into the sky. Used the lucidity to know that anything is possible. I flew up above the track and circulated it. I then swooped down. I became the gravel. I became the tires gripping the road. The sensory experience was felt, and I was able to rehearse the experience of cycling the track, which I hadn't been able to do in my waking world. The next day, it was the competition, and I was tired from the race the day before. We were on lap 9 of 11, and I got to this point where I was so physically exhausted, doubt came to my mind. I can't do it. There was the Belgian was up in front of me. She was half a lap ahead and had been. She'd been out on her own for the entire road race. And there was something in me that I felt this lack and defeat, that then I became overcome with this empowered energy of the lucid dream, and I lifted up out of the saddle, took up over the hill, and on lap 9 I took over the Belgium, and for 2 laps I went for leather
Wow.
across that finish line, manifesting dreams into reality. And I was lucky enough to come home with 2 gold medals.
Wow. Wow. I heard many stories about lucid dreaming, but I never heard one about seeing something during your lucid dream to make it happen in the reality. And your story, I think it's really inspiring because you it's like super clear how what you see in your mind can influence the reality. And so when you were there, you get stronger thanks to
Mm.
the lucid dream you had.
I
Amazing
think
story.
it gave me faith and belief that I could, beyond what I felt was possible in the moment.
Mhm.
Because anything is possible. Once you've experienced that in the lucid dream, then you can experience the energetic manifestation of that in your waking world at a
Mhm.
neurological level, embodied level. This is amazing. And 2 years before this, I couldn't walk.
Wow. I think that the fact that you couldn't walk before makes the story more powerful because other people could just, how do you say, not dream big enough because
Mm.
they couldn't walk. You healed and also decide to challenge yourself to do something that was big and important for you.
And you know, this is what it's about, because this is not a selfish experience to be kept for pride and ego. Bless you. This is something that needs to be shared because it's a collective social experience that we can have, that what is possible for society if we put our intentions in the right place. This is just this time in the world. I think I'm just so excited by it.
I can see it. Do you think that more people should know about lucid dreaming and why?
Yes, because why not? What is Because there's so much there that is offered. My particular interest is working with both shifting from maybe trauma and limited self-belief to moving out of anxiety and those experiences which limit our capacity to use lucid dreaming to dream big, because you have the potential within you to receive your personal dreams, to become your best self, to realize your full potential. One area is to work with the shadow, and that's parts of ourself, parts of our unconscious that we're not yet fully aware of.
Mhm.
And they might be pieces which are holding us back, which need a light shining on them, whether that be trauma, that kind of shadow,
Yeah.
or guess what? It could be those golden bits of ourself that we've not yet realized, our full potential. Let's shine the light on those as well. And if we can invite people to experience that, happier, healthy individuals, happier, healthy society, happy and healthier future for the children that we have, that will take this beautiful universe forwards, right? That.
Beautiful. And I love the way you say all that because you get I can see emotions flowing through you. So
That's what this work does. Connects you,
Mhm.
connects me. Hey, Aurora, our cohort of lucid dream practitioners and facilitators, it's like a family. There is something in this work which bonds. Is that your experience too? Because I really feel it.
I'm super near to cry. Oh, well, really thank you for what you shared. I didn't know your story in the details, and
Mm-mm.
I'm happy to ask you to have this interview because I think more people will hear this, the more beneficial it could be for everyone because
Mm.
it's something powerful that we all have, and it just takes to know it and to learn how to use it.
Grazie mille, Aurora, for the invitation. I'm so excited for you and your journey.
Thank you.
Great things are going to happen. I can feel it.